I don't remember how I got it. Yep.
Mouth shapes, using Nitz's mouth chart from the original series as reference. I then set up a set of controllers to slide those new expressions on and off where needed after the facial motion capture in the 2D converted renders, and then utilize my 3D software's built-in Toon Shader to render out only the pupils.
Alright, so let's talk about what's happening with Undergrads, the movie right now. Now, I don't know if it's that hard to tell, but I am a huge Undergrads fan. Undergrads is one of my favorite cartoon shows of all time. I've rewatched it God knows how many times, even once convinced my family to watch it with me, and even they liked it as well. Because Undergrads, the show, has this nature to it that's so chill and calm. It perfectly recreates the feeling of going through college with your friends, still trying to stay connected with them, while also having to experience and see changes within your life as you grow older. There are many great episodes and many great lessons, such as the episode Financial Aid, about the whole system when it comes to high school and the financial aid you get, and how people will use stuff like this just to bitch and whine for popularity, not really because they care about what's going on. You have other episodes like the one about the credit card, where Nitz teaches a lesson of, having a credit card is not that simple. It's very tricky to use, and you need to be responsible, and sometimes you're better off with just actual physical money, even if it's not much. Many like that. It tackles romances in a comedic way with a bit of a seriousness due to one of my favorite characters in the show, and it even also has a great episode talking about drinking for the sake of just looking cool, and another episode having to deal with sometimes you need to move on and even get new friends on the episode New Friends. But with all that in mind, we're not here to talk about the show, sadly. If you guys want, no joke, let me know below and I'd be willing to do a deep dive or top 7 best episodes of Undergrads. I'm down for that. Today we're covering the movie's production right now. The movie is still being made, and if you don't know what happened, there was a whole Kickstarter thing, and the creator of Undergrads wanted to do a pitch to get a studio to actually make the movie, but no one bit at the bait, no one cared, and sadly it ended up forcing the creator, Pete, to go back to square one again, sadly. And with this, he decided, you know what, I still want to make a movie for you guys. I kind of feel a little guilty if I ask you guys for money and I don't have a movie, which good on him, and he's just going to do the movie himself. Guerrilla style, baby, the best way to make movies. Some of my favorite filmmakers of all time that inspired me to love film as much as I do are people like Sam Raimi and James Gunn. People who literally are known for their more friendly, unique, independent style where they just do things the way they want and really add to it and just really have fun with it, because they both came from independent film backgrounds. James Gunn literally got a few starts here and there with Troma, an independent company, which I also love. And Sam Raimi just got his friends and said, fuck it, we're making a movie. And went to go make the classic that is Ash. Or, I guess we want to say the full title, Evil Dead, but people know Ash more with the show and stuff. So with that in mind, I was actually pretty excited. I love independent films. I think it's better if it's done that way. But then you have certain things happen. So today, I'm not going to attack the movie. I'm not condemning the movie. I'm not saying, ooh, this looks like shit, don't watch it. I'm not saying that. I'm still very excited for this movie. I'm still really I'm excited. I can't wait to see when this thing comes out, regardless of how it's made. So keep that in mind before we go into here. Some things I say might sound negative, but they're not. It's just me, a fan, giving his own points of view on my worries and how I'm feeling so far with the production. So, yeah. Let's get into that.
And I know I've already called you 10 times tonight, but I wanted to tell you, you're a little pudding pop that I want to suck on all day.
Color back. The first thing I remember I had a problem with when it came to this movie when I was seeing the updates and as it was being made the first thing I had a flaw with was I didn't like the script's direction. When Pete first started this project, he was going to make it a summer vacation movie, where the goal of the movie was, hey, this movie is going to mostly be a fun road trip adventure where the guys hang out as they try to figure out what to do for the next year while they enjoy their summer break. That's what the original direction was going to be. It was going to be a summer break film. In the same regards as Recess the movie, for example, where Recess the movie is also a summer break film when it comes to the movie. And I actually wanted this direction. Pete's original plans were to do a movie of their summer, and then if the movie succeeds and we can use this as a jumping off point to get the show back, then we continue from the summer of the movie into a second season of the show, which honestly sounds great, but sadly things didn't work out that way. So now Pete decided to rewrite the script, hone it back, and change it to instead try to be like a finale to the show. After everything that happened, he decided, you know what, we're going to have it back at the school. We're going to have characters you guys are going to miss that wouldn't have been in the original script. We're going to change it. We're going to fix it. And we're going to try to make this a continuation. So with Harsh Reality, what happened next, he's now rewriting the movie to instead be a continuation and try to wrap it up in some way, best he can. Which, not a bad goal. I don't mind that. I don't mind if you want your movie to be, instead we're gonna continue it and we're gonna try to finish it. Noble goal, but if you watch the show, there's so much to cover. There's a lot the show left off at. Relationships, friendships, what are we gonna do? 4 years of college, where do we go from there? 4, 3, were they even gonna do the full college run? Would they have dropped out at some point? There's so much to tackle, and which is why this worked for a show. There was so much about the college lifestyle and where it goes to tackle that it seems best to be wrapped up, because if you do it in a movie way, the movie could be 2 hours, but it's going to feel rushed. You know what I mean? The movie's going to end up feeling like, we're trying to get all these things wrapped up. We're trying to get it done. And it ends up feeling muddled. Many projects have done this before. There have been many movies in the past where they throw way too much and they're trying to cover so many things at once, and they're trying to wrap up everything that ends up coming out as a jumbled mess. So that was why I had to worry. To me, I think it still should have just been some fun summer film of seeing their summer, and then we see what happens after that. Hell, even if you want, Pete, no joke, Pete, if this movie does good, you can just do a series of movies that finishes off the show. You could literally just do Undergrads the movie 2, 3, and you could just, if it works, right? If this movie does good and you make a good profit from it and you find a way to do it perfectly, in the financial side of things, then we could just do a movie series, tell MTV to go screw themselves, and just do movies to finish off the series. I'm all for that. So first thing I had a problem with was the script. I didn't like the direction. I understand the reason for the direction, but I don't know. I just think a summer story would have been way better because it would have been more loose and fun. All you had to do was just write in a story plot where Nitz bumps in to Jess during the trip, and he runs into those story threads throughout his summer vacation, leaving more of a story connection, and we would have been good. But that was the first thing I had a problem with, and you know what? As time moved on, I'm alright with it. I'm okay with the new writing direction. I'm fine with where it's going. And he wants to write it this way where it takes back at the school, A-okay with it. But then comes the most recent thing that I have a problem with.
Let's try...
You drink this stuff? What the hell is it?
water.
Water?
The only other thing I had a problem with was when I saw that they were going to do CGI for some reason. Now, yes, there is a lot of pushback in the comments. If you ever do a post in the comments of the Undergrads movie update videos, you'll just get berated. Because the comment, and this isn't an attack on anybody, I love the enthusiasm, I love the support, I also support it, I hope Pete nails it out of the park, but the comments are filled with just praise, just thumbs up, and no questions or debates or like things here and there going like, maybe just do it this way, maybe do it that way, hey, how about we do it this way instead? There is some of that. Like, there's many people who actually, like, you know, are even tossing in their own opinion, trying to help with the CGI animation, trying their best to do the movie Claw's effect, where it's like this beautiful mix of CGI and hand-drawn. And I understand the vision. Even the last update he made, I won't lie, the little animation test in the beginning actually looks pretty good. But in my opinion, and maybe this is because of how much I love hand-drawn animation, just make it hand-drawn. In my opinion, I don't see any need at all to make it CGI. I don't think we need that. Literally, you could just take your sweet-ass time just drawing it frame by frame. Yes, I'm well aware that'll take a long time. Yes, I'm well aware it's hard work to do hand-drawn. Of course it is. Have you seen animated movies? They look beautiful, and they don't look that way due to sheer laziness or rush. They take their time with their drawings. Art is really hard to do. There's a lot that goes into it. I'm well aware of that. It takes a lot of time. It's a process of time. So, yeah, I'm well aware animation would be longer, would take longer, but if I'm being honest, I would rather just wait it out and take the time with the art and the drawing instead of seeing this kind of mix-mash. But then again, that could be my own bias. I love hand-drawn animation so much. I love the process of it. I love the beauty of it. It's just, you know, those are my favorite anime movies of all time, the ones where they're hand-drawn. So it could just be my own personal bias, but the only reason why I'm saying this is because it starts to feel like we're going to... It feels like a certain other project when all things are said and done. But before we go into my final point, if you're wondering why, if you couldn't tell yet why this is a big deal to me and why maybe I'm taking this, like I'm more critical of this than casual fans, is for one specific reason. I am one of the Kickstarter supporters who threw money into this. Yep, when this project was first announced, I was one of the few that like immediately got out my money and I gave to the Kickstarter. And a pretty large amount. I won't say how much, I'm only going to say that I ended up giving, I gave up to what would allow me to be in the credits of the movie. That's what it said on that tier. I only went for that tier due to the fact that, well, the merchandise was cool, but I only went for that tier due to the fact that I just thought, whoa, I get to have my name on an Undergrads project? That's awesome, man. Me and my family went nuts when hopefully when the movie comes out. Jetpack Retro won't be in the credits and my name won't be in the credits. I decided to instead use that spot for my entire family's name. So it's me and my family's names in the credits. I chose to make it a family thing. Like, we did this, and as a way to show, like, you know what, we all like this. It's a project for all of us. So I chose to put my family's name instead. But anyway, so I thought we could do a little fun intermission where I show you what stuff I got from the Kickstarter that I paid to. Obviously, I got this shirt, which I won't lie, is actually an amazing shirt. I love this shirt. I wish I had a ton of Undergrad shirts, but sadly life doesn't work that way. I also, if you guys pay attention to the series that I make on this channel, when I did the series That's Unpopular, I chose to give that character's outfit, the outfit that character wears, I chose to make his outfit Nitz's hat. Because, funny, when I was coming up with that series, because the whole point of that series is to do, like, he's supposed to be somebody from that era, the early 2000s, when stuff like this was coming out, when nobody cared and it's all attitude. So I thought, hey, let's grab my favorite jacket from when I was in high school for his outfit. Let's grab Nitz's hat, because I wanted literally my favorite character of Undergrads to be a piece of him. I wanted Undergrads to live on within my series, so I gave that character the hat. And to me, this cartoon really best symbolizes the era of cartoons I grew up with. So yeah, so that's what the Nitz hat is. And now to cover the rest of the stuff I got. Let's see, all the packaging and stuff. Oh yeah, baby, I remember this. The cup. There he is. There's the man himself. I ended up getting the Bobby Whiskey. Makes you funnier, smarter, and more handsomer. Alcohol included. Alcohol included, hallucination, distilled and bottled, Rocco's Imagination, Alpha, Alpha, Alpha. I loved this. I am going to use it one day. It's one of those cups where I want to use it, but like I'm paranoid to use it, if that makes sense. Like literally, I'm paranoid that I've had cups in the past that I've used break accidentally, so the only reason why I haven't used this yet is because I really do not want to break it. I would literally be crushed if I broke such a beautiful cup. So I got that cup. Yep, I got like 4 of them. I got 4 of Rocco's amazing legal drinking cards. I am 21, so drinking is yes from the show, which, I mean, I just literally went out of my way to go, all right, each of you in the family, you all get one of these. So that was awesome. Love these cards. And the only other thing I got was, and I also did get, 2 posters. I also got 2 posters. I'm not going to be pulling them out because, no joke, I'm actually in the process of getting them framed because that's how much I care about these posters. I want to frame them to keep them as pristine as possible before I hang them up. I was actually going to do a video where they're hung up around an episode that's unpopular, and I do a running joke where they always come into frame. That was the plan, but I've been like looking around trying to get perfect measurements, so those are currently in the middle of being framed, which is why you won't see them. But if you want to know which posters it was that I did get, I'll show an image here. I got the basic Undergrads the movie poster because I said, you know what, I want a poster where it's just Undergrads the movie, no parodies or anything. I want Undergrads. So I got the Undergrads the movie poster, and then I got the Pulp Fiction parody poster because it's really well designed, and Pulp Fiction is a funny movie. So yeah, and that's what I got from the Kickstarter. I hope that like gives more of a reasoning for why I might be more picky with this movie's production than other people. Like, to people like me, I've given my money to this. There's many people like me who have just taken whatever money they have and given it to this Kickstarter because that's how much we believe in Undergrads. That's how much we believe in Pete. So I hope this gives more of an answer to that. I hope this gives you an understanding of why I'm much more fearful for this production than other people in the comments and stuff, because to me, we threw money into this and we gave such an investment and we've held on for so long for this, and it's something we really want to see get done. So now back to my final point so we can wrap up this video. So now my final point, and this point, I'm not being mean with this point, I'm not aiming to be mean with this point, I'm not trying to attack. But my last point is I don't want this movie to turn into the Angry Video Game Nerd movie, if you remember that. Angry Video Game Nerd was another movie project where people gave money to it, it was kickstarted, it ended up becoming a project that fans really fought for. That one I wasn't involved with, I didn't get to that one. But all the same, I was passionate about it. That one I got lucky, I was just an outsider looking in on something I loved. And I don't want this thing to do the same thing he did. The reason why Angry Video Nerd the movie turned out the way it did was because he got overambitious. Now, you're allowed to get overambitious, that's fine. But sometimes when you do that, you start losing what made you great to begin with. Angry Video Nerd the movie, to many, is considered a flop due to the fact that Angry Video Nerd tried way too hard with it. Like, it did not need to be filmed in LA. It did not need to have new hired actors. It did not need to have any of that stuff. It literally could have been just a simple, fun indie movie shot at home with people you know, and the movie would have been praised if it was that. It would have felt right. But you got overambitious because you wanted a movie, and that's what Undergrads the movie is feeling to me right now. It feels like, oh, why are we making a CGI? Well, you have to. This is a movie we're talking about. We got to make it big. And that's what I'm fearing for. I've even talked to a few friends and family about this, and it's funny, every friend and family of mine has said to me, oh boy, I hope it doesn't turn out like the Angry Video Nerd movie. I've actually been told that by a few friends and family. That's what made me come up with this idea now. I went, holy shit, they're right. If he ends up pushing hard where it needs to be like overly fancy, or we need to like really add all this extra stuff to the animation even though we don't need it, it might turn into that. And like I said, this is an attack, it's just a word of caution. I'm hoping that it doesn't turn into that. I'm really hoping it doesn't. And, but that's where I stay right now with the movie. So yeah, like I said before, this is not an attack. I am not saying boycott this. I am not saying go hate it. I am not saying, ooh, this looks like shit, ew. I'm not. I'm just giving a few of my own thoughts and concerns of where my mind is at with this movie. That's how I feel about it. That's where my mind's made up right now. I'm still excited for it. I still am hopeful for it. It still has all of my support. I love you, Pete. Keep at it. We're going to see it through, and then we'll see in the end how it turns out. But I'm still excited. I'm still supportive, and I still want to see this movie get done. I'm there with you guys on supporting this movie. These are just a few thoughts I have here and there. Not attacking you, not attacking anyone, not trying to throw anyone under the bus or say I'm right, because I'm not. It's just my opinion. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. That's where my mind is at right now. And like I said before, I'm not going to talk about the movie again until the movie actually comes out. Then we'll get my full thoughts. I was actually, this is a video that I've actually rewritten 4 times over. And I've actually planned this video over and over and over, but I always, every time I got close to getting this video done, I would go, yeah, we need to discuss these problems. Nah, it's not worth it. You know what? Leave it. This is actually a topic I've chosen to toss away or rewrite or just put on the back burner because I figured, you know what? Just let the movie get made and then we'll see. This is a topic I wanted to leave for when it comes out. Let's leave it. When the movie comes out, then we'll see. So anyways, hope you guys enjoy. This is just my worrying thoughts for it until it's time for it to come out. So I hope you guys enjoy. This was just me just basically airing out my own thoughts, seeing what you guys think. What do you guys think on the project of the movie right now? What are your opinions? Write it below. I would love to genuinely read your guys' thoughts on what you think from your point on how the movie's going. When do you guys think it'll actually come out? How long do you think it'll take? And yeah, just have a casual conversation in the comments where we just talk back and forth about even our favorite moments in Undergrads, or like I said, if you want me to do another video, my top 7 favorite and top 7 worst episodes of Undergrads, and we could do a retrospective of it. I'm all for it. I would be happy to do that. I'm more than happy to rewatch the show again for that. So see you guys next time, and until then,